20 seconds for them having a warm-up. Everybody's all ready to go. Monarch, black and gold. And the good guys, the Bruins, white, black, and blue. David starting in goal, number 30 for the Monarchs. And number 40 starting for the Bruins, Miramo. 40, Miramo starting for the Bruins. And for those of you wondering, there is another referee on the way, middle school teacher. So on the way, on the way. We do have 2 separate strikes. Awesome. About ready to play some hockey. The Bruins and the Monarchs. So the Bruins can start on the right side. Just gains the zone through the middle. Puck over on the border. No ice on this. Back to get his captain. Dog's up in the corner there. Back to help out Wilson. Off the ice for Wilson here with Sheely. Sheely enters the zone. Pushes it across. Big shot. Another shot. Allergis gets the loose puck in the corner. Moves it up to captain. Captain tries to step around the end, gets busted up. Coyotes grab that, head up ice. Looks like that's going to be up right. No, it's not up there. So Captain back loading that. Grabs the puck, moves it around, pushes it up to the new team, gets by him. Now out, now out. That's the center ice. Looks like we might get a change. Going off. Rosengren to put some pressure. All the way down. Now one's going to go for us. Alright, that'll allow him to get the change. Looks like Brewer, Rosengren, and it's a Voss out here on the second line. We got Flett in the back end, along with Sanchez Villalobos. Alright, off the draw, loose, controlled by the Coyotes. Can't quite get it out, still in. Across. On that place, working up there. Not pushed all the way deep. Miramo stops up below the net. Takes it up the board. Coyotes sending it around. At the half wall, steps out, flips across. Pushes towards the net, not on net. Now pushed out, towards Rosengren, up, he pushes it in low. All the way around, over to Getty's Brewer. Brewer below the net, looking for somebody out front, throws it to the point, just gets through Nicholas Kalidris can't. Lurges. Can't quite come up with that name up there. Oh, looks like, okay, it is going to be the Coyotes, the two referee, very nice man, is helping fix the goalies here. I don't see that anymore. No, I just want to make sure it's high enough so it doesn't get that. Alright, here we go. Hold up. Now we have a strange face off. I'm not sure why they let that go. Control back to Wisman. Wisman puts it forward and deflected, I believe, by the block. And alright. Well, maybe Brewer. Alright, 1-0 here. 14:40 to go in the first. We got Wilson back on the lead. We got the Titans. Dimitri Courageous. That one goes offsides to Dana. Reset back here in the neutral zone. Off the draw. Now it's in. Down low, Kalirja's fighting for that. Not able to get the handle on it just yet. Big bump against the wall. Gina grabs that, takes it out. Goes into the corner. Nicholas, Dimitri puts it back down with the body. Now back to the point, across to Wisman. Wisman puts it towards the net. Deflected a couple of times. Going back out to the point. Wisman puts another one in. And in! Towards the net and in. Alright, that puts him up 2-0. 13:55 remaining. Alright, 2-0. 13:55. Last goal was Jackson Sheely. And that was from Wisman and Captain. Captain on the pass across to Wisman. Now it'll go for ice and all the way back down. Alright, and on the pistol it was Brewer from Wisman and Sheely. Alright, cut back into the corner, thrown around there by Kochu. Up to Rosengren at the point, not quite out, now it is. DeVos tries to catch that on the way by, can't quite get the handle. Now Brewer corrects, he's outside the blue. Goes in, fires a shot on net, up and off the glass. Back into the corner. A couple of Bruins down there fighting for it. The Coyotes grab that get it in below the red line. Broken up there. Cut it out. In a hurry. Rosengren gains the zone. Steps around one. Can't quite get the handle in order to get off the shot. Now towards the front. Oh, loose. Now banging around still. Over there to help out. Brewer getting the stick in the way. Malott keeps it from getting out of the zone. Kicking it around now. Held in by Meyer. Meyer puts it back in low. Rosengren with the rocket. Or no, excuse me, Morrison with the rocket. Brought into the zone by Monarch. Now around all the way to the 20. Tucked in there by Villalobos. Sanchez Villalobos, excuse me. Monarch down below the net with the puck now. Battling for it. Loose. Helping out there is Meyer. Back here. Kyle's trying to get it across. Doesn't quite connect. Villalobos on that. Bouncing around in front of it. Alright, puck pops up from the lot. Now still bouncing around. Now push back down towards the net. Still loose. Okay, now pushed up and out. Monarch has a beat on that. He goes through the change wisely. Coyotes lose the handle. Now trying to push it through the middle. That was the back. Give the straight. Doesn't quite get it. Bring it for that. Gets by Villalobos. Sanchez Villalobos down in the corner. Dana pushes it to the half wall. Monarch tries to move it across. Being picked up by Dimitri Kalurgis. Heads into the zone, tries to make a move around, can't quite get there. Monarch tries to push it up and out, kept in by Captain. Wisman gets the loose puck, fires it towards the net. Deflection off the Monarch's skate towards the net. Dana corrects it momentarily. Wisman back to the bump. Up to the corner. Puck comes around, grabbed there by Chili, heading north. Brewer tries to gain touch, step around, puck below the net. Now Kalurgis below the net here. Puck at the hash, now pops out. And go for it. Nice, yes. Alright, 10-11 to go in the first. Cherry Creek on top of 3-0. Alright, you're up to draw. We got Brewer and Rosengren on the right. Controlled by the Coyotes. Ball pushes back towards the outside. Pops below the net. Stops towards the middle. Rosengren breaks that up. Pushes it up to Kuazan. Kuazan pushes it out to Morrison just below him on the boards. Gains the zone onside. I believe that's Rosengren down low trying to move around. Coyotes come up. Push it into the zone. Hopes it back to get that. That's not going to go for right. He grabs it. Pushes it up and out. Inside the Monarch player. Over there to Rosengren. Rosengren pushes it to Brewer. Brewer steps in, fires just high. Up and off the glass hard. Rosengren over there to put some pressure. Monarch grabs the puck, heads north. Brewer back in the back check. Morrison. Rosengren heads into the zone. Flips it across, tries to get into the boss. Doesn't quite hook up. Puck pops back to Morrison. He collects. Heads low. Right at the circle, at the dot, he gives it a go. Puts in on net and popped out. That tries to keep it in. He can't, but gets a hold of it. Pushes it back through the middle to Morrison. Morrison steps in at the dot, fires on net. Loose puck into the corner. Sheely there to put some pressure. Now puck below the net. Declan Meyer over to get that at the hash. Declan pushes it towards the net. Loose. Dimitri, they're just out of his reach. Morrison puts it back down to Dimitri. Now pushed up by the Coyotes. Morrison collects it, gets back to the line, pushes it across, gets deflected, pushed in deep. Now Morrison back to get it, pushes it around, turned over at the half wall. Now in low, tries to get it out towards Meyer. Meyer makes it down, most of the change. Dimitri puts pressure up over the water. They don't have too many opportunity in that spot. Puck popped into the wrong spot of the 3-0. 7-3 going to first. Units on top. Shots currently 9-2 favoring the Bruins. 9-2 favoring the Bruins. All right, 7:53 to go. All right, controlled by Monarch up the draw, back to the point. Moves it across. Shot on net. Doesn't get on net. Just wide to the left. Monarch controls at the half. Puts it down below the net. Moving around, down low, toss it in front. Big. Ryerson keeps that from turning into something. Monarch, puck all the way down to Monarch's lane. They collect there. Started having up ice. Brewer couldn't keep that puck down. Not able to get in the zone. That one's offside. That one's going to go offside. Alright, action just below us here at the ice match. Somebody's going to go through the heart. Alright, off the draw, controlled by Cherry Creek, top north. Mitchell just grabs that, heads in, short-handed opportunity maybe here. He's still got possession below the net, into helping his Dana. He puts it towards the net. Goalie pops that on, collected there by Monarch. With some speed, moving north. Up through the middle, into the zone. Monarch puts it towards the middle. That one's going to pop all the way out. Dana putting some pressure on there. We've got 48 seconds to go in that power play. Monarch's off and in there. Gotta go out. 33 seconds to go in that power play. Momentarily by Turkey. She puts it in the bench once they reset it. Morrison back to put some pressure. Or, excuse me, Cheeley back to put some pressure behind the net. Now Monarch puts the head of this. No ice on that. Gets collected below the red line by Quincy. He closes his net on the ice. Pushing some, getting down there is Cheeley. Almost beating the Monarch player to it. Got a little bit of a bump on the way by. Cheeley tries to put it towards the middle. Up there. No offside. Funny to play there. I would agree that was a really good call, even in a weird situation. Puck comes across. Dana moves it over to Cheeley. Cheeley moves in. Kalergis with the redirect attempt. Morrison collects and fires from the blue line. Tipped there by Cheeley, just misses the net. Collected there by Dana on the right, just below the dot. Pushing through two, can't get it on the third. Funny bounce off the boards. Pushed in and out, offside. Collected by the third whistle. Morrison pushes it back and pass. Monarch has to review, pushes it across. Dimitri clears, just puts some pressure. Big hit right below us. Now it's in on on their end. All the way back down, up the contact. Nice save by Nermo there. Set up, makes that look easy. Always one. Alright, so that'll end the penalty. We got a 4-3 back to the press. draw, controlled by Cherry Creek, push on the ice. That will likely go for ice. It does. And we'll go all the way back downward. Off the draw, controlled by Monarch. Now push there. Doesn't quite get through. Because the rule is just before the they do manage to get it out. Now the Coyotes celebrating this one. Chop slide keeps him from getting anything going there. Headed in low. Monarch moves it around. Brewer over the pressure for a pass. Collects it there, moves it to the middle. Just off Rosengreen's stick. He does get a foot on it to try and control it. The boss has it momentarily. Now Monarch moves it across. Flips it in. Broken up here by Fleck. Fleck back into the corner. Now Fleck takes it out. Pushes it up to the halfway. Just out of the reach of the boss. Bouncing around. Fleck does come up to it. Now with some speed. Headed up the ice. Pushing towards the middle. Looks to move across. Moves it in hard and in. Fled to Rosengren, I believe. Or no, Brewer. Brewer with the goal there. Feed there. Right in off the drum, alive, picks the puck up in the middle, fires it towards the net, ends up going up and over. Right off the draw, controlled by Monarch briefly. Malott moves it across the middle, doesn't maybe on net, moved by the goalie a little bit. See Nicholas Courage over the hash, gets it to Malott. Malott steps around, one towards the net, just out of the reach of two is on there. Over in the corner, Monarch collects at the hash, tries to move it up, broken up at the half wall, bounced up and off the glass, and still not out. Pilcher holds that in. Malott collects the loose puck, fires it on net. Cleared by Monarch. Loose puck, not going to go for ice here. Mirmo doesn't quite go to get that, kind of an in-between puck. There's a lot back on the half wall, trying to push that out. Bouncing around, Pilcher collects, pushes it back towards the point. Monarch puts it low. Collected there by Pilcher in the corner. Pilcher tries to move it up to Kuzan, does get out. Monarch collects, heads back in with 2-on-1 here. Not on net, this is on the one-timer attempt. All right, now back across the middle, broken up the center attempt. Dana there. Dana keeping that and get through. Pilcher breaks that up. Pilcher then stops the centering pass. Collected by Dana to hash. Oh, push just past Nicholas Courage. He's going for the change. Puck gets out. Now back in. Pilcher back together. Pilcher pushes it up the side. Monarch phase, tries to step through, but bounces up, doesn't quite get there. Puck pushed to Chile pushes it up. Dimitri, Kalergis, Chile with a nice adjustment, gets the kind of trickling puck just in the low slot, just gets the backhand on it, puts it in for 5-0. We got 135 to go in the first. Alright, up the draw. Bruins eventually, after skirting into their defensive zone. Now up and out. Pressure from Dimitri, Kalergis. Dimitri still pressure below the red line. Enough time for Chile to get there. Big hit from Monarch. Monarch does grab it, heads north, pushes it to the middle, no one home. Dana collects that loose puck, heads below the net, up to the boards. Puck pops loose, Morrison grabs that, heads out of his zone, pushes it up towards the Blazers. Monarch grabs it briefly, puts it back and forth, now Monarch has it, heads in. Gets broken up there by Villalobos. Huge one-timer. Really nice pass. Goalie gave a nice effort on that one. Now the back of the shot. Alright, people are on the board for the Pirates. 5-1, 34 seconds left in the first. 45 seconds left for the first. Monarch just broke through. Whistling collects off the face-off, pushes it in the zone. Monarch takes that up. The boss has the puck for just a moment at the half wall. Dug out there by Brewer. Brewer tries to put it across to Rosengren. Just past the reach. Whistling collects, fires it on net. Rosengren grabs that, fires it on net. Controlled by the goalie. 23 seconds left to go in the first. Right off the draw. Rosengren controls. Down low, tries to push through the goal. Big scrum down low. Goalie controls that. Reset, 14 seconds to go. Alright, Brewer on the draw here. Rosengren on the right, puck pops back to Whistler. Tries to change the angle, ends up putting it low on the goal. Puck pops through Brewer. 3 seconds, 2, 1. That'll do it for the first. Alright, after one, it's 5-1 in favor of the Bruins. 5-1 in favor of the Bruins. Creek cuts up the ice back. Enters the zone. Gets the shot up. Goalie deflects that one up, but blocker up and in. Monarch controls that deep draw.
Hey, Michael!
That's the step through. Guillermo puts that in the corner. Puck pops out on Monarch. They touch it up. Grab behind the net. Push Morrison clear there. Bounce around a little bit. Grabs it below the knee. Heads in. Meyer on the right hand side. Those together. A lot down there. Meyer holding the ring down there at the half. Monarch onside-ish. Alright. Bouncing around. Morrison grabs that. Turns, changes directions. Goes up the blue. There it is. That's the first. Boss coming towards the net. Boss puts it towards the net. I'm not even sure how that didn't go. This one grabs it, deflected by Rosenberg. Facing against Monarch. Bruins pushes forward. Nicholas Burgess ends up going below the net, but to give him Monarch. Nicholas breaks up that third time. Tucson moves to the front. The last has to put down the end below the net. This up Tucson still there. The wide goes to help out at the half wall. Rock pushes it over to Wisman. Wisman deflected a couple of times. Tucson corrects, pushes it back to Wisman. Wisman pushes it down to Tucson. Burgess below the net. Tucson with the puck. The box comes out. In on net from this one. Tucson corrects, puts it to the middle. The boss just not quite able to come up with it there. Puck pops out in the middle. Flat makes a hold back. The puck pops back to the middle. Whistling, loses the handle. The Pirates have a chance to hold up icing in the lead. Pushing it to the middle. Good back check there. Wisman heading in. Wisman going back towards the middle. Keeley. Puck pops back out, held in by DeVos. DeVos does the pushes Wisman. Wisman puts it back in. That's on. Trying to put pressure. Keeley in the corner. Big bump there. Tucson tries to get that on net. Pop that. get it. Gets him bump. Works through that. Pushes it north. Just out of the reach of Monarch that ends up on net. No ice there. Maybe a chance to change in the second. See, looks like they went for a couple of those. Looks like Monarch tries to move it up quick. Doesn't quite get there. Again, another kind of in between that puck. The puck pops up to the bottom and it's good way to ball. Right in. Monarch puts it all the way down. That'll go for ice. 12:07 to go in the second. Right up the draw, controlled by the Bruins momentarily. Now Monarch's got it down low. Oh, long tire up and out. That'll reset within the Coyote zone. Draw, still sitting there. Now controlled by the Coyotes. Push to the blue line and then push back down there by Morrison. Really trying to put some pressure. Coyotes moving it around, just past their reach. Morrison goes to grab that. Tries to, makes it look like he's going below the net. Reverses directions. We're going to get a penalty here on Brewer for interference. Alright, Brewer's going to go 2 minutes interference and about the Alright, let's see if we can keep him from the front of the net. Alright, off the draw, it's going to be Dana, Dimitri Burgess. Shows on the back end of Morrison. Alright, controlled by the Coyotes off the draw, back to the point, big shot. Mirmo with the kick save. Puck put out and then back to the corner by the Coyotes. Held in from the point. Put low, below the net. Coyotes move it around. Back out to the point. Down to the half wall. Collected there, but not out by Morrison. Loose puck down in the corner. Captain goes to put pressure there. Dimitri Kalergis out towards the point with some pressure. Captain, nothing clean through to the middle yet. Morrison grabs that, tries to get it up and out. Not all the way over. That moves it back up to Dimitri. Just past his reach. 1:08 to go in the penalty. Coyotes try to move it up quick. Pushed back down by Creek. Morrison ices that. Burn a few seconds. 56 on the penalty. 55. Monarch collects. Tries to ignore. Off the skate. Doesn't take it out. And cross. Pressure down continues. Morrison tries to lose puck, tries to put it up and off the boards, doesn't quite get out. Another shot, loose in the crease, still loose, bouncing around. Mirmo trying to cover, getting a whole lot of Monarch skater. Whoa! This system might be your favorite player, right? 6'7". 6'7". Just put note. Alright, let's really that thing. Alright, next we're going to 2-minute roughing against the Coyotes. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 29 seconds and a power play. And a power play for the Brewers after that. So take on the draw, put this on the right, flat on the right B along with Wriston on the left B. Pushed into the corner by Dana. He goes to collect there. Gets it behind the net. Throws the puck. Moves it back to the point with the flag. Buck puts it back down to Dana. Dana below the net. Tries to put it to the middle. Doesn't quite get through to Pelurgis. Or now over on the boards for Pelurgis. He moves around. Puts it to the net to the flag. Buck pushes it back across the Wriston. Now Wriston hard in on the net. Good shot. Goalie's able to collect that. 3 seconds left to go on 4-on-4, and the Bruins will go on a power play for 1 minute and 39 seconds. They can control the draw, that's just about do it for the power play, but 4-on-4. Alright, controlled by the Coyotes. They're going to let that go. Alright, all the way back down. Coyotes control just below us here along the boards. Luckily, most of the ice range is visible. Now Cops back up from there. Left to go by Brewer momentarily. Bouncing around. Sheely ends up collecting that. Tries to step through one. Now Brewer grabs it in the middle. Moves it across to Sheely. Oh! Sheely with the really good opportunity just to the left. Moves across to Flett. Flett in on net. Big bump there in front. Big screen. Wriston grabs it at the blue line, steps up, now pushes it in, bouncing around a little bit. Flett collects that, shovels it towards the net. Sheely down low along with Brewer. Brewer there, now back to the point. Flett doing some fancy stick work, pushes it in. Sheely throws it, DeBoss throws it through the front. Now goes through the front. Sheely pushes it back to Flett. Flett fires it in. Deflected there by Sheely. Now Monarch pushes it out, gets it out, bouncing around just past the blue, this way collects that, steps in, outside, pushing low, pushes it towards the net, oh! Brings the pressure back towards the middle, loose, still loose, now covered by Monarch. Wow, boom, 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 lots of action. 7 seconds to go in the power play, 8:03 in the second, 6-1. All right, it's going to be Ryerson on the draw. Ryerson on the draw, Jaden again. Jaden fires it on net. Passes to the side, just out. Bouncing around a little bit. Ryerson grabs in the middle. Dimitri Pelurgis pushes it forward. Tries to be popped out. Dana grabs that. Now Pelurgis has it. Pushes it down to the half mark. Back to Villalobos at the point. Villalobos loads it up, fires it on net. Loose puck. Now Monarch has it covered. It's just kind of noted the DJ's husband likes the music. DJ's daughter is the one that's complaining. Alright, up the draw, puck pops over the side, Brett tears on momentarily, Meyer momentarily. Now puck pops back to Morrison on the point. He gets it to Nicholas Pelurgis out front. Nicholas tries to push it in, and it looks like it's in. Waiting on a call here. It is, it's good. That's a goal. Sure looks like it. Not sure if that is just a blow. Yeah, they are. That one is going to go. Nicholas Burgess with the round. Onside, sure, close enough. Alright, puck below the net. Now pops back out towards the point. Kyle's trying to push it on net there. Kind of skirting around a little bit. Captain moves it up towards Meyer. Meyer pushes it out to the neutral zone. That's not going to go for ice. That's a trade. Now below the net, but Coyotes back to collect that. Nicholas with the forward shot action. Pushed into the net, towards the net by Culture. Now it pops back to Coach at the point. He puts it on net. Bouncing around. Brewer with the pressure there. Captain fires from the point. With the tip attempt, Rosenman just passed his stick there. Controlled by the keeper. 6:21 to go in the second. Up there, DJ. Alright. Puck pops back to the point. Culture puts that back down. Scores. Two is on. Fires it. Oh, no, excuse me. Meyer fires it. Right, just down here, just below us. It's really hard to see. Not the other one over hard to see. It's still not easy. Alright, puck pops back to Captain at the point. Captain pushes it back to the half wall. This puck, Culture tries to drop back in, bounces around, Brewer collects, gets a stick for his action, not going to make a call, 7-1, he's probably going to take murder at this point. I don't even know if attempted murder is going to draw a call. Alright, now pops back out to the Brewer, and collects it by Rosenberg fires it back into the zone. As long as, oh yeah, hey, easy on the referee, solid job. Alright, puck right below me here in the neutral zone. Rosenberg tries to turn the corner, gets pushed down low in the corner. Back to collect him to help out. There's the boss. The boss collects, tries to push it through the middle, just out of the reach of the captain. Captain goes to get it, loses the handle. Monarch tries to push back the ice. Captain with the back pressure. Monarch steps around, dumps it back towards the point. Puck moves up north. Cheery to Pelurgis. Pelurgis down low with the puck. Dimitri pushing it out. Can't quite pick it to himself. Alright, puck at the half wall. Fired on net there by Dana. Ends up going down the corner. Flet holds that in, up off the boards. Ends up down low to Cheely. Cheely grabs that, steps over the middle. Dana gets a nice quick shot off. Just bouncing around a little bit. Now back down low from Flet. Pelurgis low, tries to move in. Puck pops up and over, hard into the corner. Now out, all the way back down. Nirmo stops that below the net. Plays it over to Fled. Fled pushes it around. Now loose. Goes in the middle. Bouncing a little bit. Dana pushes it up to Dimitri. Pelurgis. Loses the middle. Dana collects. Heads in. Goes on net just wide. Oh, looks like we're going to get a call here. Tripping call. Alright, Dana back here on the left point, Whistling on the right. We got Dimitri Burgess on the left, Keely taking the draw, and without the number here on the right hand side. Alright, up the draw, puck filters back to Whistman. Whistman moves it across to Dana. Dana with the shot and the goal. In and out, just below the crossbar. 8 seconds on the power play. 8-1. The Bruins in control here with 3:37. Now broken up to the neutral zone now. Collected in the neutral zone by Ryerson. Ryerson tries to step around. Suazon comes in to help out. Puck at the half mark. Now the Coyotes move across. Try to get to the middle. Forcing a bit on the lag. Collected by Ryerson. Ryerson tries to step in one. Can't quite get there. A lot. Suazon. Puck pops over the net. Down in the corner. From the fourth there. Coyotes move it up now. Now cross. Sanchez Villalobos redirects that to the corner. Now up and out to Suazon. He crosses the neutral zone. Heads across the ice, gets some speed, heads into the zone. Looking for some help, tries to push it across to the middle. Just out of the reach of Morrison there. Coyotes control over in the corner. Now pressure from Morrison. Morrison with a vicious forecheck. Nicholas Deleuzius gets some forecheck on over the front of Sanchez gets out of the zone. Now Nicholas grabs it, heads in, tries to leave it for his brother. Can't quite connect on the drop pass. Now Dimitri gets it, steps around, fires it on net. Controlled there by Monarch scoring. 1:53 to go. What's this game? Alright, off the draw here is going to be Brewer taking the draw. And they're controlled by Monarch. He's trying to retrieve the boss. Maybe we get away from that, tries to break it up. Does kind of get away from Monarch a little bit. Back to collected his poacher below the net. Gets a bump for his work down there. Pushes it forward. Now out to the point. And out from Monarch. Collected by Brewer just below me. Listen speed, headed into the zone. Steps around one, back towards the net. Goalie is able to cover that up and get a stop. There's 1:21 to go in the second. Off the draw. Now collected. Now it's collected. Dimitri grabs it. He heads towards the net. Goes around, gets himself some time and space. Heads back at the dot. He shoots hard off the cliff to the goalie. Now iced. Now they'll go for icing against Chicago. Right off the trail here. Ryerson excuse me. Back is flat now. Monarch's trying to step around. Fleck breaks that up. Collects it. Heads north. This is speed. Gains the zone. His right from Richmond. Fights the quickly one. Moves left. The puck moves into the middle. Still loose. Down low. Ryerson collects. That must be off. Yeah, that's see, that was out there. That's right, that's 37 seconds. 36.8 seconds. Alright, Ryerson is on a lot on the left. Two is on the right. Or excuse me. Two is on the left and a lot on the right. Two is on flex. Two is across the middle. Nobody there. Now connected by Monarch. Pushed up. Fled back to break that up along the boards. Monarch put pressure. Now push north. This one's after. Stays the puck in. Got the blue line. Monarch can keep the zone though. Broken up there by Fleck. Up and off the player on the Monarch bench. 4 seconds to go in the second. Alright, here we go. By the Bruins, got the pressure right away by Alright, bouncing around in the neutral zone. Rosenberg goes to put pressure on. He's across the middle. Really puts pressure in the middle. Gets the puck in his face. Still bouncing around. Connected to one by Morrison. Heads into the zone with a little bit of speed. Tries to cut away from the net. Backhand attempt. Loose puck right out front. Still bouncing around. Puck kept in at the blue line by Sanchez Villalobos. Morrison collects, fires from the corner. Puck loose. Puck pops back to Rosengren. Rosengren with the shot from the point. Dana collects, shoots it into the knee pads. Brewer has it momentarily, gets away from him. Villalobos puts it to the middle and cross. Rosengren able to collect. Rosengren up to Morrison. pressure. Towards the net. Collected there by Monarch. Bounces out. Coach it collects just a moment. Puts it back in low. Onside. Blue just collects along the board. Steps to the middle. Reverses directions. Puts it low. Collected there below the net by Chile. Chile puts it across. Big shot from Pilcher. Creek has it, Dana grabs it, pushes it back in. Meyer on that. Down low Chile to get it, puts it back forward into Wisman. Meyer breaks up the clear attempt by the Monarchs, or by the Coyotes. Coyotes put it back to Wisman. Wisman puts it low, just above Chile's stick. Chile avoids the big hit. Now puck pops back to the middle by the Coyotes. Through the middle, Wisman to collect the loose puck in the corner. Big collision. Alright, Fletch puts some pressure there. Puck pops through the middle. Chile grabs that. Coming up ice with some speed. As Dana fires just high from that. Now headed north with the Coyotes. Paper in the zone. Chile grabs the puck for low knee, fires across to Dana. Dana steps in, fires the puck, controlled by the goalie for the Coyotes. Alright, off the drive, Creek controls, keeps it back into the zone momentarily. Now Rasmussen gets across the line, heads back to the inside, fires a puck, ends up going to the right, a lot of stick on stick there, getting through clean. Now down low, T is on for the pressure there. Looks like Ryerson got a stick knocked out of his hand. Puck pops back to Morrison on the point. Morrison steps in, moves to the middle on the hash, fires it on the goalie. Goalie stops it, ends up right below. 11 minutes to go here in the third period. Alright, off the draw, controlled by the Bruins, back to the puck pops down. Nirmo with the save. Off the draw, the Coyotes control momentarily. That's a big pressure there. It's happening. A little help from Brewer below the net. Now in the middle. Quick shot by the Coyotes. Captain puts pressure. Keeps it cross from good through. Now puck pops around the half wall. Fires just left of the net. It looks like that's the boss. The boss below the net. And around the puck. Headed north. Get it! Cross. Through the head of the boss. Uses the puck. Cherry collects. Edzone. Goes the net. Pitcher grabs towards the net. Fires it. Just tipped wide. Overclock that is Captain. Captain steps in just below the dot. Pilcher collects. Moves across, shovel towards the net. Then pop fly, loose, right on front. Chile puts pressure on there. Not even close to it. Pops back out of the pulls it over to Dimitri, Closure. Closure moves it out. Broken up briefly, picked up by Chi. Chi fires it in on net. 8:14 to go in the third. Off the draw, back to Clear, just fires it in on net. Goalie stops that, bouncing around right in front. Collected by the Coyotes. Tries to push it up. Clear just interrupts that. Pushes it across just past the wheel. Coyotes push it up. Yep. Let's go. Clear just collects. And through. Fires on net and in. Dimitri with the muscle play there. Muscle. What's the bustle? Control. Courage send it back in again. Tries to step around, quick shot. Goalie makes the save there. Hey, it's a Flyers thing.
Shut it. Tampa's way better.
All right, off the draw. Controlled by the Coyotes. Now down around the net. Losing along to nobody. Coyotes do get over their first. Not much. Uh-oh. Coming across. Clap. Looking up all my clap. All right, lock around. Towards Dana. Dana moves it across just out of the reach of Rosengren. Rosengren puts it back. Redirecting the side. Wisman collects at the half wall. Fires it in. Tip just wide of the net. Block grabs. Pushes towards the net. Banging away there. Jim tied up momentarily. Collected by the Coyotes. Try to push it up now. He get it out. Wisman collect. Offside. Now on them. Rosengren in to put pressure. Looks like Coyotes don't quite know what's going on. Puck bouncing around. Clear just grabs that. Still bouncing. bouncy. Now below the net, Nicholas Flores just grabs that, pushes it to the front. Off the goalkeeper's pad, low, down back into the corner. Flores just over to collect. Tries to push it through the middle. Ends up on the side, rolling. Now all the way to our zone. Foot low. Know what to say. Draw controlled by the Piles. Move down low where Morrison grabs the foot. Still moves back. We got a penalty on delayed call. The Piles. Minimal off. See what's happening on. Morrison grabs it, heads in, maintains possession. Because it's a penalty. Delayed call. Sheely wins the draw. Back to Dana. Dana fires on net. Puck pops over to the corner. Pushed back up and out by the Coyotes. Back to collect that is Wisman. Pushes off the forechecker. Slides right through the middle of the ice. And on net, hard, fast, loose puck. Over to collect that. Little bump is Brewer in the corner. Coyotes try to flip that up and out. Wisman shoots it in. Bounces it. Coyotes push it in low. Not going anywhere. Again, these pucks are all kind of clean, so Bailey just Alright, this is Steve getting up it in, falls on net, just high, maybe tipped. Sheely up to collect that, gets shoved into Morrison's efforts. Up, still collects the puck, down towards Brewer low. Brewer turns the corner, moves up, fires it in, goes off the skate. Kalergis back below the net with Brewer. Brewer tries to push back to the front. Dana there, puck loose. He's not able to get a lot of action in the front. Bouncing around, now off the neutral zone. Now this one, Murph, go back and get that launch, that puck. Alright, collected it, 22 seconds to go on the top. Kalergis collected it, just passed away. Moves it across to Rosengren. Sheely collects, heads into some speed. Towards the net, between the legs, doesn't make it there clean. Alright, gets up the box. Has a quick breakaway chance, doesn't spike the net down. Morrison back below the net. Puck loose. Tries to drag it along. Nothing to go. Lotto to get it. Moves it back to the captain. Captain tries to push it in. Bounces through the middle. Rosengren with the shot. DeVos collects below the net. Oh, right across the stick of Rosengren. Just bouncy. Morrison ball. Gets a big bump for his effort. That's going to result in a penalty there. 1:16 to go in the third in a 9-3 game. Let's keep it in control, boys. No need for anybody to end up.
Someone's on the ground.
Yeah, I know. That's Morrison skating off the Pilcher and Rosengren on the back end, a lot on the left side.
Oh, Polly.
DeVos wins it back to Pilcher, and Pilcher across to Rosengren. Rosengren fires just wide. Loose puck down low. Pilcher steps in, tries to push it in.
Safe by goalie.
Oh, excuse me, that was DeVos, wasn't it? DeVos. Captain tries to push it. All right, 38 seconds to go in the third. Creek will live to play tomorrow, folks. All right, off the draw, pushed back by DeVos to Pilcher. Pilcher across to Rosengren. Now back across to Pilcher. Pilcher
Waste
pushes
their
it
time.
up to Captain. Captain gains the zone. Through the middle, 18 seconds.
Waste their time.
Over to the side, Pilcher gets it. Fires on net. Covered by the goalie. And that should just about do us with 9 seconds. 5 seconds.
5, 4,